I think I'll take my whiskey.
Put the fries in the bag. Oh my god.
My coffee black
How
and
do you
in
think
my
this
bed
ends?
at
I don't know.
3.
I think he's gonna die.
You're too sweet for me.
Just don't rehab.
You're
Just don't
too
rehab.
sweet for me.
I'll ruin you.
We bring the boom.
Bring the boom to you.
Yeah. Guys, this is Tyler.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, you might be second or third link in the description. I might link some of my YouTube shorts. I just think that's more important. Anyway, speaking of taking advantage of Tyler, today we're gonna be. There's like 15 minutes worth of a compilation which I put together last night. I sent them to you as Instagram Reels.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think I gave you.
Look at them all. Yeah, he gave me a lot of homework.
It's not my proudest.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
There was about 15 minutes worth of Instagram Reels in there, plus the extra voice messages that I sent you of me breaking them down to explain them.
I think it's time that you study. Big test tomorrow. Oh, we're gonna talk so much about World of T-shirts.
Are you on my Wi-Fi?
Nah.
Oh, I'll just get my Wi-Fi.
Do you want me to show everyone the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, and my home address would be great. We have a bit of a compilation to go through. I did go on Google Docs and I sectioned it into Josh raging in public, content creators using him, his drinking problems and his mental health, Mr. Based, and then the rest. We're going to start off with Josh raging in public, even though these are the ones which I think everyone probably has seen.
Joshua, put the fries in the bag. Oh my god. Josh, put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag, Josh. Josh. Come on. Stop it. Come on back. Go in the house. What are you doing? They think you're crazy.
You ain't getting this pussy.
Yeah.
She does say that. I didn't just say that.
No, you wish you could f me. What do you think the biting his arm thing is?
I think it's a comfort thing. Like he soothes himself.
I wonder why he hasn't been arrested, like kicking the women that he kicks.
Yeah, all the cars.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. No, I genuinely don't know how he gets away with it.
Yeah, so another thing that I've noticed, a lot of content creators obviously collab with him. Like, it's fair, he has millions of followers. Shit,
Yeah.
if I saw him in the street, I'd try and make a video with him. You can very clearly tell which ones are like the morally right way of collabing with him. Like,
And the leeches.
yeah, and the people who are just using him because it's like, oh, look, he's like dirty and...
Yeah. But there are a ton of creators that are just there to leech off of him.
I wanted to talk a little bit, even just show a couple clips of like Aiden Ross doing a similar thing. It's kind of like, when you're in high school, did you ever have like the popular girls who were like, oh, like this is my best friend.
Yeah.
Isn't he so cute with his little ticks?
Yeah. And then they make him lay down and you're going to be a part of traffic today. We'll record you and we're best friends.
Yeah.
So this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, this is like a fun bonding experience.
Yeah. You're my best friend and can you get run over by a car? It'd be really funny for both of us.
And we're going to dress you like a speed bump. And put you in a high traffic zone. I'll just play the clip.
Well, I got my boy wants to join and talk to you, bro. So just wait.
Is it Drake?
Yeah, it's Drake. It's Drake.
Yo.
What the f?
I don't really have one.
What is he looking at? Okay, here, the 90 seconds is up. Can you go?
Okay, well, maybe this will help you choose me.
Yo, Kevin! Dude! Kevin! Dude! What the f, Kevin?
Dude.
Kevin, what the f? Dude.
Actually, with this one, the part that I hated was just the part where he's like, dude, what the f, Kevin? What the f, Kevin? Dude, what the... Just the way that Aiden Ross reacts here and the whole time he's going like, oh, Kevin, you're such a player, bro. You got that riz, bro. What if you laid down in the middle of a high traffic area?
Yeah, but Aiden Ross, he doesn't have much to say in general.
Yeah, he has like 8 words in his whole vocabulary.
It's like, you know how in Fortnite you can have a limited amount of emotes?
Yeah. He's got
Yeah.
one wheel of words he can say.
Yeah, per stream.
Anyway, so yeah, these are some of the examples of people that I think that are kind of looking after him. Like, you could argue it's like, he's still kind of... If I was a hairdresser and I saw him, I'd offer him a free haircut. I kind of get this. Maybe you don't even have to do it with a camera on, but I would do it with a camera on.
What is the best restaurant in all of New York?
Boucherie.
If we take you there and pay for your food, will you come show us the restaurant?
I will.
And what is your favorite thing to eat there?
French onion soup, escargot, and steak tartare.
All right, let's go check it out. How much did you say you spend every day on eating and drinking?
Like 150 to 250.
Per day.
Yes.
Wow. And then you said you're poor?
I'm so poor.
But I just paid you $500 for a video. So are you saving that?
So yeah, I'm better off now.
There was one point where he talked like Josh brings up his money issues.
Yeah, that's what Josh reckons. He spends like $250 a day, and that's in the US as well. $250 in Australia is a lot to spend on one person in one day.
Yeah.
But in the US, where alcohol is almost free,
Yeah.
right, and food's also not that expensive, $250 is crazy.
So the next clip is him going to the doctors, and this clip is just to kind of show that. Look at his nose, look at his neck. Because all the comments are like, oh, did our king get lucky? Is the captain pulling? No, it's like a really bad skin infection. Yeah, you can see the like skin effects and everything on his neck.
And then he's actually gone out of his way to actually genuinely go help weld the t-shirts.
Yeah, because I do think there would be a big community which is genuinely worried about. Like, we're worried about him. Obviously, we aren't in New York to look after him, but there will be people in New York with a platform that care about him.
But he doesn't want the help. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is people go up to help him and go, "You're scaring me. You're scaring me. Go away!" And then he starts screaming at them like.
So yeah, so I showed you this clip of the kid's name is Lil RT. He's been on like Kai Snat streams. He's made a song with Lil Mabu.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So this is like the guy that did the rap, the kid that did the rap with Logan Paul.
No, that was Noah Tesh. Everyone needs a hero.
Yeah.
True. 0 people shouldn't have a hero. Logan is my hero. He is really nice.
Yeah.
So went and made a song about me twice. What? Song about me twice? Noah, that's really nice. Hit me up if you ever need advice. No, so I did genuinely want to make a video on him because he had a bit of an interesting story. The guy that makes these videos, his name's Lonzo, right? Mm-hmm. He's a grown man. Lonzo sets things up. Like, Lil RT has his own 20 versus 1. This video, Lil RT and his dad pick the mums.
We're here for you, little bro. Oh! Step us aside. Step aside. We're here for your mama.
Okay. All type shit.
So it's like Lil RT is helping his dad find a woman.
Yeah, but why is there a kid with a balloon then?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, so like, if he was to pop the ladies one, the dad would have to date like the 5-year-old. Is that how that goes?
Maybe not. That doesn't sound right. Eh?
I just don't know how to feel about that. Like, I know it's a negative feeling.
So Lonzo reached out to World of T-Shirts to invite him onto his channel, and all of these next couple clips are from him on this 20 versus 1. And I just think some of these clips, all of these clips are very like, oh look, this is my best friend.
But he's like hammered as well, like absolutely black. It's effectively right. You know, there's the undiagnosed autistic guy that's just shown up to school. Popular girls that go, he's my friend, and they've just injected him with right? Like now, you're gonna go date one of our friends.
Yeah.
And that,
she likes you. She's like, go ask her.
She likes you. She likes you.
So this first clip is obviously, it's World of T-Shirts talking to another one of like Lonzo's team here. And you can just tell straight away they're just taking the piss out of him.
To be able to say twin.
Twin.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
What's up? Hey man, you know Atlanta. We from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We be saying twin.
Yeah.
So what happened, twin?
What happened, twin?
Oh yeah. He one of them YNs. Yeah. For sure. My boy lit. I like that.
Yeah. And this is another clip as well. He just pukes everywhere. And you can hear the girl that he's on the 20 versus 1.
But she actually cares.
Yeah, she's telling Mr. Based here, like, oh, you shouldn't be filming this.
Stop, you should turn this off. You should turn this off.
And everyone else doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, no one else in this room cares about Josh.
Because that's the kind of people he hangs out with.
It doesn't matter,
It doesn't matter to me. It matters to me.
1 out of 10.
I'm not no 1 out of 10. Look at me.
Yes, you are.
I'm cute. I'm very cutesy. Come on, like.
Josh, how do you smell?
You're 1 out of 10.
Yeah, the shittest part is as well, they asked him his type and he said skinny white women at the start of the video.
That's close enough.
What's your type though?
Blonde hair, white, skinny women.
It's just like, they knew this was gonna happen. Anyway, so the next couple clips are just kind of like, I think in my notes I wrote, yeah, show some of the lighthearted clips of Josh drinking. Because these are the clips where we start to kind of show his like drinking problem and his mental health and stuff and the general decline of man, yeah.
I think I'll take my whiskey neat, my coffee black and in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me.
Jesus, look at those shakes though.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
See his Gucci belt. I think it's a Gucci belt.
Yeah, he wore that on the 20 versus 1.
It's so bad though. But there's a clip saying, I only do hard liquor in moderation.
Yeah, yeah. Do you, buddy? I feel like every clip is moderation then. Mr. Bass takes Josh's jug of hell. What do you mean, jug of hell?
Oh no, that's a Philadelphia thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, so they get a jug.
Yeah.
And they put all different types of alcohols in it. Bit of juice, you shake it up on the way to a baseball game.
Say I'm an alcoholic, but I'm not an alcoholic. I might have a problem, but I'm not an alcoholic.
The point of this clip was to kind of show, in his head, he's not an alcoholic. He has a drinking problem, he's not an alcoholic.
I don't understand the logic behind that.
It's kind of like, I used to say, like, oh, I'm overweight, but I'm not fat.
That does make sense.
Exactly. It's just like, you don't want to say the bad word. You don't want to be an alcoholic. I have a drinking problem, but I'm not the bad one.
But you don't like. I was in the same situation where I'm like, I don't want to say I'm overweight, but I am, like, you know, I don't want to say I'm fat, but I am overweight.
Yeah.
But I knew that I was fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually think he genuinely believes that he's not an alcoholic.
In the next clip, Mr. Bass is like, guys, come on, he's not an alcoholic, he has a drinking problem.
He drinks alcohol. He's not an alcoholic, but he's a problem drinker, right?
I have a problem.
He has a problem with drinking.
But it's not full-blown alcoholism.
Yeah, it's, you know. You should get a tattoo in memory of your mom. Whoa, that's a good idea. You want a mom tattoo?
No, thanks.
Think about that.
I don't want a tattoo of someone who died.
No, it's a tribute to the memory.
I know, but then I have to think about it all the time.
I do find this one really sad. Like, he's mentally aware enough here to know that he doesn't want a constant reminder of it.
Why do some people get to have a mommy and I don't? Do some people get to have a mother and I don't?
You guys were together for hours.
Why do some people get to have a mother and I don't?
For people that don't know Mr. Bass, he's kind of popped up recently. You were saying before about how, well, Mr. Bass is his manager, and apparently he's had other managers before.
I think he's had 3 now. I think Mr. Bass is, like, inarguably the worst, but that none of them have been great, no.
Well, because some stuff's popped up about Mr. Bass and his, like, past, which I think we talked about, and all of these clips here are kind of just show some of the clips about how genuinely insane he is.
How do you think this ends, though? Like, I don't know.
I think he's gonna die. If Josh dies, we're gonna be part of, like, the biggest story in the world for a little while. I have tingles. I'm very psychic. I wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't, because he's not, the way he lives his life, it's not like someone that expects to be here very long.
Yeah, so one of the clips is him just saying, like, oh, Josh is gonna die, and you can see the big smile that comes up in his face.
Yeah, he actually looks happy about this idea.
Yeah.
But I think what it is in his mind is, if Josh dies, it's going to make him even more famous again.
Yeah, because if Josh dies, I imagine Josh agreed to let Mr. Bass control all of his finances. So if Josh was to die, all of the money from his account would keep getting flowed into Mr. Bass' account.
The thing is all the streams are done on Mr. Bass' account in the first place. They're not Josh's.
Oh, okay.
So from my understanding, how this happens is Mr. Bass makes all the money, and then we'll give Josh a percentage of it.
Yeah.
But Josh doesn't get to see how much Mr. Bass earns.
We'll get to show a little bit more about his character in the next couple clips.
He's song, he said, "Get your arm off me." Made it look terrible. This is my favorite song. Hey, look happy in there. Look, they're gonna clip it. Look happy, like we're buddies. Are we buddies?
Yeah.
So look like it.
Ah, so disturbing.
Just that smile.
After this, I'm not gonna drink for like a couple hours. Okay?
Josh, it's 5%. What the fuck's the difference? It's like nothing, isn't it?
Right.
Just sip it and just relax. Just don't do any hard alcohol. Even after here, don't do any alcohol.
I do hard alcohol in moderation.
When you were the 5% guy, you were pretty smooth. Like, you were never that drunk.
I know, but like I do hard alcohol, but moderately.
I put this clip in twice because it fit 2 of the different categories that are laid out.
Fair enough.
I originally didn't show the part where he pressures him into drinking, and it was just him talking about how he's not an alcoholic, he's a problem drinker.
He drinks alcohol. He's not an alcoholic. But
this time, you can clearly see that Mr. Bass is pushing him to drink. And it's very weird to see Josh say, like, oh, I'm not going to drink for a couple hours. Like, to have the kind of mental understanding of, like, oh, I need to not get as heavily messed up.
Because if Josh doesn't drink, the content's not there.
And that's another, like, it's the kind of content traps that people like Nikocado Avocado fell into. They might understand that what they're doing is shortening their life, but if they want to make money, then they have to do the unhealthy parts. So before this clip plays, it says, Mr. Based, how does it feel to exploit a young disabled person like Josh? And then the moment it starts is where he says views, and then it starts to say US Come of the Earth. But you can't hear it because Josh is screaming over the fact that he's called disabled person.
Abuse. US Come of the Earth.
Disabled!
Just go to rehab, just go to rehab, Josh, go to rehab, Josh.
Disabled!
Go to rehab, Josh, go to rehab, Josh, go to rehab, Josh, go to rehab, Josh.
Disabled! I'm gonna fucking ruin you! I'll ruin you! I'm phoning the police! You take advantage of the middle class? Well, you're gonna pay! Pay!
If he does have autism, I think autism is listed as a disability. So while it's not like a physically visible disability necessarily, or it's not one which is like, people think just having a disability means you have to be in a wheelchair, when in actuality it's just anything which could potentially hold you back. Like, I think even having dyslexia is a disability, but it's not necessarily something which is like...
There's levels to it.
Yeah.
Right? There's obviously someone that has full-blown autism who's going to struggle more than someone with just simple learning deficiency. I don't know, every case is unique, and Josh's seems to be more of an extreme one.
Abuse. US Come of the Earth. Just go to rehab, just go to rehab, Josh, go to rehab, Josh.
And look at Mr. Bass laughing.
Yeah, he's just laughing in the corner. But like, look at these movements and tell me, are these... This is not someone that's mentally stable or mentally well either.
Is somebody there with you?
No.
You're not hanging around with that guy, are you, honey?
I am.
Why, honey? He's a bad person.
No, he's not.
No?
We're going to the Bronx Zoo.
Okay. Is he a drinker, too?
He drinks.
Very little, though.
But he drinks socially.
He's there with you, isn't he?
Yes.
Do you want me to say hello?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Oh, you know what, Chuck?
That was your grandma?
Yeah, they're really worried about me.
The effect is, she's just going like, you're not with that guy, are you?
Yeah.
You can tell he becomes very cagey about it.
And he just hangs up on her while she's trying to say something.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Driver, could we possibly go somewhere to get a Bloody Mary before we go to the zoo? Like, we'll use you like a limo driver, you know? So, like, go get him, we'll have one drink together for like 10 minutes, and then go to the zoo.
That would be great, yeah. I'm feeling shitty.
Yeah, me too. I need a little pick-me-up. Josh Block Bar. A bar in New York City called Josh Block. Like Josh Block Bar. Is that a great idea or the worst idea ever? Because I just got embarrassed. I'm at my friend's bar. It's behind me. I'm sitting outside. And there's nobody here. And he was telling me like, oh, you know, I have these employees and like no one's here on Mondays and all these days. And I don't know, he seemed to be saying like the place isn't doing so great. I try to be a helpful friend to everybody. So I'm like, just thinking out loud, why don't you rename this place the Josh Block Bar? I'd go bonkers. And he's like, that's the worst idea I ever heard. And I'm like, really? Why is it the worst idea? He goes, you know, this is, I don't know, it's like his own living room or something. So like, he likes his own concept. But I thought a Josh Block Bar would be really, really sick. You know, probably every day of the week too. But so in the comments, tell me, would people go to, like, if a really well laid out bar in New York City was renamed Josh Block Bar and Josh was there all the time, would people go, or is that stupid? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.
It shows his ego.
It does. He's saying like, if you were to change the name to Josh Block Bar, you would get more customers, which...
I don't even know if that's true. Maybe for a short period.
Yeah, like, you get talked about online, you'd probably also have streamers come up and like egg your building. It's not the kind of attention where it's like people are going to be like, oh, this place all of a sudden is really good.
But you also hear what he says is the guy's only struggling on weekdays.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday, it's all right. Like the nights where it's normally, you know, a bar's gonna have a lot of people and there's a lot of people around, they're doing all right. So like, I think from what I remember in the clip, the guy was just complaining that he's putting staff on for a night where there aren't people there, and you understand that in the industry you work in.
100%. I work in a sports bar, and I get rostered Monday through to Thursday as well. Obviously, Friday, Saturdays, even Sundays are your busiest days. But like, if you want people there Monday to Thursday, you don't change the name. That's not going to do it. That might get you people for the first week, Yeah. But the important thing is to put more effort into getting live performances, put more effort into getting better quality food. Make sure that the people that you roster midweek are people that, first of all, are happy to be there. A lot of people will not be at a bar if they don't have a bartender. You can get away with that on a Friday night because people feel more comfortable drinking heavily so they don't care about it.
And especially because there's such a big group of people, you're not expecting to interact with the bartender.
Exactly. And you need to make sure that people that are there midweek, it feels rewarding for them to come in every day to your establishment. The way to improve that is not by changing the name. And it kind of shows you how little he knows about the industry.
Yeah.
Best idea he says in this rant is that he brings up having Josh Block there perform would bring in people.
Probably would.
Yeah, you don't have to change the name for that. Josh Block is a famous internet celebrity. If any famous person goes anywhere and puts it out there, people will show up.
I think if Josh was there every night and it becomes a staple, it probably wouldn't be as busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might increase, but the people going there are just going to be there to diss on him anyway. So, is it going to help business? It may not. It's hard to tell.
What does band mean?
This clip was just kind of weird. I think he's taking the piss out of Josh with the, what does band mean? Which, like, I'm not above that. I've been doing it this whole video.
Yeah, no, I have too.
But if I was a carer of someone with a disability and I'm taking the piss out of them...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that a pipe, though?
He does meth. Yeah, I wanted to speak a little bit about Mr. Based allegations and stuff. I don't know. I just think it's interesting, and I think it's worth bringing up that he was the leading suspect in a case about a woman who was... She was drugged. She was drugged with a drug which is often used to make people unconscious so you can take advantage of them. And she was given such a heavy amount of it that she died. And they found out that she was then used for unwanted stuff. And they eventually dropped the case. It's one of those things where you're not technically innocent, but you technically legally didn't do it.
We don't have definitive proof in a legal sense or in any sense really that he definitely did it.
I just hate the fact that that case didn't get finished. But I don't think that it's fair to ever dismiss a case that was abandoned as, oh, he was found innocent.
I think the sad truth is we won't know.
Yeah.
There's no way, the only way we'll ever know what could have happened is if he outright comes out and says, yes, I did that.
You know, that taxi clip that we saw. The way I see it, I look through it of the lens of Mr. Based wants him drunk for content. Someone else might see that as he can see his friend is going through something, withdrawals. He wants to get one drink to try and help him feel more comfortable. You can look at things from many different angles. For me, I see him as an enabler. I'm more likely to believe negative stuff about his past because I don't like him.
I think that this really is a maniacal man taking advantage of an autistic person that has a crazy addiction to alcohol.
It doesn't take a big load of like analysis to be like, well, the clip where he throws up in the 20 versus 1. A good friend wouldn't sit there and laugh and film that. A good friend would make sure his friend's okay, which is what the woman does in the clip. He doesn't even know him.
You get him off the set and you try and sober him up.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Mr. Bass just simply didn't do that. He was just pointing and laughing.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of sad to have a random stranger that has nothing to do with Joshua care more than anyone else around him.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much up to the end of the video. I think the way to close this off is to say that Mr. Based has a sketchy past. I'd say that he's a pretty sketchy guy all around. At the moment, it looks like he's taking advantage of, like you said, someone who is very vulnerable. He's clearly trying to profit off that. This is probably the most money he has made in his life, and he doesn't want that to stop by letting, you know, the healthy behaviors come back into his life. So he's heavily pushing Josh to continue to be this extreme way to keep getting more money.
I guess the question is Mr. Based a good person doing bad things or a bad person perceived correctly? And the only way we can tell is with time, and hopefully the way we find out isn't with Joshua's death.
But I think from our perspective, and even from Mr. Base's perspective, that is the path that he's heading down. And I think
you're right.
I think Mr. Base's entire thing is let's make as much money as we can in the short amount of time while we still have Josh.
The only way I see this going any differently is if somehow he gets separated from Mr. Based and he goes home. The only person in this world that seems to support Josh and Josh respects is Mr. Based.
It's worth bringing up the clips that we saw before where he says, why do other people get to have a mother and I don't? If I lost someone like a mother figure to me, that's something personal, that's something you tell someone you care about. And he clearly cares about Mr. Based. I personally think that Mr. Base's interest in Josh Block stem purely from financial gain.
I think you're right, and I think that it's incredibly sad to see a figure like Josh, who is being taken advantage of, be manipulated by someone that's almost a father. I actually do not see this any different than a dad taking advantage of their child, because that's, from Josh's perspective, I do believe that that's what this situation is.
Yeah.
He's being forced to drink for another man's financial gain.
Obviously, like, what can we realistically do? We can say that it's not okay, and I can make this video and put it out there, but someone in Josh's life needs to really step up, and it's unfortunate that, like we talked about before, it doesn't matter if you step up. He's not willing to change, and I only see this going down one way.
I unfortunately agree. And the simple fact of the matter is this video won't change anything.
Yeah.
You and I could upload this or not upload this, and I think that the final destination where Josh is going to end will not change.
Yeah, that's a very sad way to end the video, but I think it's the right way to end it, is that if something doesn't change, I think Mr. Based is right in thinking that it will end soon.
Yeah.
I think we'll end the video there. But
Bit depressing, but...
anyway, guys, if you want to go support Tyler Dobson... Okay, no, we'll make it better. Yeah. We'll keep that. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to end the video. Big thank you for coming out.
No, thanks for having me.
This has been... We've been recording for, I reckon... You've been here for like 5 hours. And we've been filming for the majority of that time. Or at least trying to get the setup and everything.
Attempting to, of course.
That was a long process. I might show
you know what? I'm going to take a photo, and then you can show the photo as I'm taking the photo of this amazing setup.
Yeah, this is what we're currently working with, and this is the best situation that we got. We spent way too long on that. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Yeah, I think...
And Mr. Bass, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks
for watching.
Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.
Hopefully it'll be less depressing.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be like a fun, lighthearted video. Actually, I think the next one might be a 20 versus 1. Like, what, either Little RT or Joshua Block. We'll see. You know, I once got called the next Cody Co.
Woo!
Yeah.
Around this age?
Yeah. Oh, I'm around her age more than his age. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Or I will. I don't know if...
Yeah, I'll go back to hiding for another 6 months.
Yeah. Sweet. Anything else you want to say?
I don't know when this is coming out, but depending on when this video comes out on my channel, there should be a new video. I'm, kind of fluctuating. I'm now going to experiment with a bit of car content. So if you're interested in that, come check it out. Yeah.
I like to do the thing where I put my hand over the camera. You want to do that?
Let's do it together.
I just spent $65 at an airport bar for 2 drinks.
Oh my god, my ass! These are the slowest back shots I've ever received.
They can't do that. That's highway robbery.
Every time you see someone that's vulnerable, comment L ratio. Get this off screen.
They leaked my home address on stream.
Look at me. Luckily it wasn't the right address, right? Luckily it wasn't the right address, right, Josh?
It was wrong, yeah.
Ha! It was wrong! Exactly.
Well, I'm moving out of there anyway.
In a world where you got to pick the perfect woman, right?
Michelle Obama.
It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 1700 somewhere.
I mean, I'd do it.
There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. I'm the king of New York City.
We just sacrificed Big Justice. It's just me and the Rizzler. We ate his corpse and then we filled it with... I'm Cousin Angela. You know how some people have a head that's too big for them? I feel like he has a head and a body which is too big for him. And not calling him fat, because I was a fat kid. He genuinely is physically quite large. Like, in terms of... Maybe it's because the only times I've ever seen him is sitting next to the Rizzler, who's literally 7 years old. But he has a very wide frame. Crazy.
He's big boned.
He is, no, but like... I'm big boned. But it's like, I feel like seeing the game footage...
Big Ben.
Alright, this is what's a video.
He drinks very little, but he doesn't drink socially.
He does not drink socially.
Yes.
They only ever hang out as a group, so technically he's socially. He's not drinking by himself.
I only make $80K a year.